So this time around, like I said, when I developed a coaching program where I have a coaching program called the Formula, and the idea of it is to give people a way to reinvent themselves. And we do it in 4 phases. The first phase is rewire. I have every client I get, I have to rewire, I have to challenge their thought patterns. Now we do this in 100 days. Your body's gonna change. You know how it works. All that stuff's gonna change, but that's not the point of it. The point of it is I need you to start thinking differently about how you just do anything, you know? So we rewire the brains. The first phase we go through in our reinvention program. The second one is we recommit. Every client, you must recommit to who you are. You must recommit to your promise. Like everybody has this promise to themselves and they just drop it off. January 1st, all the promises come out. And by time April, they don't mean anything anymore. Right. So I get people to recommit to themselves. And the third phase is you actually reinvent yourself. This is actually, you working out, you being disciplined, your nutrition. I can see everything you're doing, just like an online program that somebody would do. But this is more of a coaching. This is more of me with you there every single day. And the fourth step is that we repeat it. And now when we repeat it, I always tell people, I'm teaching you what the elite does. And you know this. This is what they do. The reason Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant, he reinvents himself. So what he does is every season he rewires his brain. He recommits to the process, to the sacrifice. He reinvents himself. He wakes up at 5 a.m. He goes to shots. He goes to lift weights. He does what you have to do. And he repeats the cycle. Now, a lot of people, when they repeat the cycle, when they go back to rewire, they never challenge that last reinvention. That's where people mess up at. Right. They don't challenge it. You have to challenge what you did prior, whether you won an NBA championship or not. And I think a lot of people live in stagnation, and that's what we're fighting against. We're fighting against stagnation, and it's what I want people to get out. I get a lot of clients who are just going through the motions in life, just waking up every day, and it's like, listen, if I can change your physique, change the way you feel about yourself, change the way you look in 100 days, which we've done, you're gonna think about life completely different because there are so many things that you stop doing so you can make this program successful, so you can get your money's worth for this program. And all of a sudden, after 100 days, you realize, oh shoot, I'm this person that I always wanted to be. And I'm like, you did that in 100 days. Imagine if you keep these habits. So yeah, we just try to get people out of, fight the stages of stagnation. And there's a whole cycle to that. I mean, I'll go through it quick. There's satisfaction. That's the first step. People are satisfied, constantly satisfied. I mean, I love what I see in your gym. I'm like, that's what I think of. Like, now I'm thinking about doing this one at Aventura. I'm thinking, whatever it may be. It's like,
because I'm never satisfied.
You can't be satisfied, and it's a blessing and a curse.
I was about to say, yeah, it's a blessing and a curse for sure.
It's a blessing and a curse, man, because I'm the same way. I'm never satisfied. I mean, I can do something like, oh, you did this, and I'm like, all right, so now what?
Right. So
people get satisfied. That creates a standstill where you do nothing. You're satisfied, so now you make no moves, and now you suffer. That's the third phase of satisfaction and stagnation. You suffer. You're suffering because you're at a standstill because you became satisfied, and that's a sequence. It happens over and over. So I try to take the people out of stagnation and put them into the reinvention cycle, and we do that by obviously using, physical and nutrition and things like that, just to change the way you look at yourself and the way you feel about yourself to get you into that reinvention cycle. If I can look at somebody like, hey, if you eat this amount of macros, proteins, carbs, fats, right? And you look the best you've ever looked in 100 days. And then, supplement it with my workouts. For you to sit there and tell me, no, I don't want to do that. You just told me you don't want to look and be your best. Right. You just told me that. Yep. Like, I'm just going to be 100%. That's what you're telling me. Because everybody has this goal of, I want this and I want that. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to take it that far. You actually do. You just don't want to do what it takes. And you spoke on that earlier. Yeah. Nobody wants to do what's required. Right. People can walk and see your gym like, oh my God, I want to do it. And then you tell them the story. Well, this is how I look like this. This is how I think like this. This is how I speak like this because I'm like this. I don't want to take it that far. Well, then you don't want the result.
Right.
And that's what it comes down to.
Okay. I like that.
Sorry to get all sorry.
No, don't apologize.
But that's just how I see it.
I love the energy. I love it's not a mystery why you are where you are. You mentioned just now the reinvention is a requirement, which definitely, so no days off is never taking a day off on you. It's a commitment to becoming your best self. So when I was trying to push that, when everybody thought that and to this day, still people get confused with no days off is the grind and never not working out and all that. And that's really never been what I intended it for it to be and not what it is for me and for our community. And so for me, it's literally what you just said is that if you're not constantly trying to challenge and change yourself, then what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? And it never stops. Like, it never stops. Like, my dad just got in town, my mom and dad, and my dad walked in, and he was telling me about like his workouts and stuff. And he's 73 years old, you know what I mean? So like, it never stops. It never stops.